boy and the Mexican gangster.
We're gonna be alright. It's you and me.
This world is full of sinners, people who accept they need forgiveness or pretenders. Since a young boy rotting in his head, cause demons fighting with him, point blank barrel pressed against his temple. He couldn't see this world ever being his home anyways. His angel from heaven had him at 15. She thought she knew the world since she felt it was a fault for his life to begin. She stuck around and took hits, black eyes covered with gold frames, shaded grinning at her son, trying to make a smile for her baby boy. Tears falling from behind dark tinted lenses. He asked his mom when the world would end. She got a Wendy and said, baby boy, this world is just pretend. Heaven's got a room for us, one day we all meet in the end. And only God knows what day we'll be moving in. They say he always smiled and cracked jokes. No one ever noticed his hurt and anger hidden inside. To think at one point his first and only emotion was fear, to the point he'd rather die. Too young to understand suicide, no, but that was much later. See, at the moment he's making face contact with his mother, thinking that he's gotta be good, cause if he don't then she'll walk out like his dad did when shit got tough. Plus now he's gotta protect her, 5 years old and already feeling like he had enough of this phenomenon called life. Years pass, he's 14 with a chip on his shoulder. Since then he met his stepdad, who become a sculptor and becoming a man, also his best friend. Still the fear and pain had become his new strength, the fuel to his flame, and violence was his new way. His baby boy had become a statistic for a young Latin male, and couldn't comprehend he was on a path that was bound to fail, whether a grave or a jail cell. The distance was a foggy mist, hit it with more agony. His best friend at 16 caught a few bullets in the back from his own niggas. He must have laid on the isolated road as he passed away and thought, why about my own niggas? Even death was a consequence for a young man's actions. The reaction was mutiny for a king by the eyes that he felt loved him. Waldo Middle School that year they put his Jordans on the line of gun violence. 75 prayers. Miss Hernandez said let's have a moment of silence as we say a little prayer.
Coming back, is he? No, I don't believe so. Good, I'm glad.
Let's skip a few years, he's a grown man now, 19 going on 20, gang banging mad wild, full clips cause folk niggas is at his throat now, dreaming of choking up blood. His mom's a successful woman who strived to make a better life for a mad child, who once was an innocent boy, a grown man now, who understands everything ain't what it seems. Quiet, laid back, though many mistaken his kindness for weakness. Some same niggas who got caught slipping a few times, cause he's the type to keep anger in his own mind and let it boil down to him, hiding behind bushes to let you feel the burn and the numb feeling right before the shell hits the ground. Adrenaline pumping with sick pleasure like die, motherfucker, die. Hitting fences after hearing screams and cries coming out the crib as his silhouette disappears out the backyard. Sirens go nuts, cops around the perimeter. He understands that his consequences is forever in his cell. A waste of time cause only God could protect him from true hell. But hell, he made it through the situation, his heart pumping on the time he was facing. All he could think of was creeping through the darkness. He got home, burnt the clothes the next day. Money's looking good, he thought he'd get a nice whip. He's 21 with 1,007 hours by just 8 bar cells. Shit changed when his connect became the town connector. Straight put him on crazy nice, clean boots, clothes, all that shit. He began to think maybe the pain was worth all this shit, until we seen what money brings. Fake love, fake friends, and money even changed his closest nigga. On top of that, he was riding on his own high horse, from a bump here to a bump there, to 5 lines on the mirror. Different girl every night due to trust issues. Then one night he chose to leave the party alone. Geeked up, he found himself in the bathroom thinking, fuck this nickname, this ain't what my mother named me, man. But the voice in his head said, you could shoot Juji out of you, but I'ma take Jesus with me while contemplating suicide. He seen his father in the mirror, gun to his head all over again. His blood rushed through his body as his finger tightened on the trigger right before his will gave up. His mother's eyes looked back at him. He put the piece down, put the rolled up $20 bill to his nose and took another line of coke. Walked to the dining room and sat at the table, stuck looking at the empty room, and thought to himself, tomorrow's just another day. See the boy in the Mexican gangster? Shit, he was just another boy too. It's just the bullshit he went through made him something else, and the monster in him, that was just to protect who he was. So if you could judge him, it just means you ain't really know him.